All right, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you for 2024. This is an intuitive tarot reading. In the extended, I will talk a little bit about the astrology. You are going to be impacted in a big way by this astrology that I'm going to be talking about in 2024. First of all, you do know that Pluto is moving out of your sign. And whenever Pluto moves out of a sign into the next sign, there's always some kind of boom. Okay, Pluto is about transformation, and so Pluto is not delicate. It does move damn slow though, so we'll talk about that some more, and we'll see where we go with this reading first. In the extended, I will pull cards for each of the months just to get a sense of what's going on month by month. All right, so what is the energy for 2024 for Capricorn? Welcome if you're brand new to this channel. Hello, darling. Welcome in. All right, let's see where we're going. I'm trying not to bounce the camera around too much. Sorry about that. All right, Yang energy. Well, that's perfect with Capricorn. This is about taking risks. And that is what 2024 is really going to include for you. Expansion and risks, not playing it safe, not being kind of left behind, not a late adopter, early adopter. Okay, so that is likely what Pluto moving into Aquarius is going to show you, teach you about not lagging behind, not taking the safe road. Okay, so Ace of Wands is kind of like a magic wand. It's like, what do you want to magically transform in your life? Ace of Wands. You've got that option right now, which is really awesome. And there you are, by the book. So that's an 11 card Yang energy. Ace of Wands is a 1 card. This is an 11 card. So we got 111. By the book, this really is the energy for you in 2024. It's bouncing back and forth between traditional hierarchical structures, power, control, domination, rules, all those kinds of structures. That's by the book. And then this magician kind of card here where you're saying, I'm going to blow all that up. I'm not going to deal with a certain kind of power anymore. That's been an unhealthy thing for me. I don't want to drag that into my future. Uranus is about the future, right? Uranus is ruling Aquarius, and that is about the future. And so with Pluto going back and forth between the two, between Aquarius and Capricorn, Uranus ruling Aquarius, there can be this this push me pull you energy of, do I do something the way I've always done it, or do I bust out of this and go rogue? And I feel like by the time we get to 2024, that answer is going to be so clear to you. But during the course of this year, you're going to have lessons along the way that kind of ask you that question. Are you going to do things the way you've always done them and get what you've always got? Or are you going to try something new? Something completely different. I mean, Aquarian energy, when Pluto is ingressing into Aquarius, Aquarius is really saying, break out of the mold, break out of the box, break out, throw the book away. Okay, so that can be showing up for you. You're going to need to look and see where Capricorn and Aquarius are in your chart. If you're a Capricorn rising, it's in the first house, second house. So this is about who I am and who I am becoming. It's also about my family. The values I have could be really changing in a big way. Building blocks. Yeah. How are you going to build your future? Are you going to build your future on the rules of the past or of the magic of the future? It's up to you. And I do think that we have lessons on our path that bring to us kind of a consistent theme. And it's kind of like, do you want to continue the current life you have, or are you interested in change? Change is the future. And I do think that there'll be a healthy amount of Capricorns who say, you know what, this has served me well, I'm going to stay with it. And I think if that happens, there might be micro changes within the thing you're doing. So if you have a long-term marriage that has been working for you, it's likely that you're going to find that some of those old rules, some of the ways we did things need to be reworked, need to be thought about again and like redecided, relitigated, right? Like this is something we've done for 30 years. Yeah, you know what? Never worked for me. Stop doing that now. Okay? So that could be showing up. How do you want to build your future? How do you want that? Do you want to take advantage of technology? Do you want to go off the grid? Do you want to be somebody who is in leadership, or do you want to take a back seat now? Like, what has not been working for you? That's something you can change. What has been working for you? Can you adapt it so it will grow, right? Because no growth equals stagnation. And that's something that probably will get you a tower moment here. But let's see what's going on with the tarot reading. The 3 of Wands underneath, 6 of Cups. Wow. The Hermit, Page of Wands. Look at this. 7 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 4 of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. That's where the story is going to end here. So the cards that are underneath are things you might not see coming, or unconscious movement that's going on within you. I do see a fair amount of stagnation, confusion, running away from things, sticking the head in the sand. That's something that if you do that, this is not for everybody watching this video, because these are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and it is a general read. But I will say that if this is your pattern, if you have a pattern of freezing when you have too many choices, staying stuck on one thing, staying stubborn in one thing, Knight of Swords, or running away, whatever your pattern is, I feel like that's something that will be highlighted, because Pluto is going to hover in the 29 degree of Capricorn for, let's see, Pluto is in Capricorn right now, obviously, and it's at 29 degrees. As it gets to the movement into Aquarius, it will pop into 0 degrees Aquarius, and it's going to be in Aquarius until September. It's going to turn retrograde in the middle of the summer, and then it's going to pop back into 29 degrees Capricorn. Now, 29 degrees is a very important degree. It's known as the anaretic degree. And at that point, there's like a fated, destined feeling to it. Like, you made your bed over the last 15 years that Pluto's been in Capricorn, and these are the consequences of that, or these are the results of that, whichever you've experienced, right? When Pluto moved into Capricorn, all the banks fell off a cliff. That was in 2008. So anything that isn't working for us kind of gets shaken at that final degree before it pops into the next sign of 0 degrees Aquarius. So what you look at is, what is the flip? What is the negative side of Capricorn? Is power, domination, control, all of those things. And they try to hold on for dear life, right? They try to continue to remain relevant. And so we're not going to really be able to drag a lot of that stuff into Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is going to force a look to the future. It's going to force us to break up maybe companies that have a monopoly on a certain thing, probably tech, because Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, is all about technology. So there can be some breaking up of that. If you are somebody who kind of rules a tech company with an iron fist, this might be a really tremendously powerful time of reinvention, reinvigoration, relearning things, wanting to express yourself in a different way in that field, or in terms of using technology. You might kind of completely, since Pluto and Capricorn be in your first house, you might reinvent yourself completely, okay? Especially as it relates to how you make money, because Aquarius is in your second house of how you make money. And so that could be completely changing. So what I'm looking at underneath here is, this is the 3 of Wands. I feel like some of you are even more going into throwback mode, okay? Like the wisdom of children, the wisdom of a first love, okay? Or the, now, like, kind of like many many years later, you could be looking back on childhood experiences in terms of being very nostalgic about things. There can be a lot of throwback energy here, and I feel like some of you will get back together with with a uh, uh, a love, a first love, something like that. Like, this is a big time for that. And also doing something together. So building blocks, building for the future based on a new foundation of, all right, I'm going to take the stuff that worked for me. I'm going to take the positive energy of Capricorn, which is about, hey, we do things step by step, right? Like, this is how it works best. And this is what has worked for me. And I'm showing other people what has worked for me. Some of you are hearkening back to childhood and saying, I want a do-over. I want a do-over. I'm tired of being the one that has to rescue everybody. I'm tired of being the one that is always, the referee holding the rule book. I'm in charge of the, being the grown up. I'm the adulting person in the room all the time. I'm sick and tired of that. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. So that could really show up for you in this year, 2024. So you're showing up as the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter energy. And I will talk more about that. Jupiter is conjuncting Uranus in April. April is going to be a huge month. So Jupiter, whatever it touches, it really expands. So you're showing up as expansion. Situation, Page of Cups, more child energy, more young person energy. You could be much older than a person that you start dating or even marry in this year. Okay, opportunity, world. Some of you are going to completely close a cycle. This last 15 years when Pluto's been in Capricorn, whatever, did it underline things for you? Did it show you what needs work? Did it, it's like, whatever, if the Pluto in Capricorn was really about, well, that's about your marriage, that's where you can see all these things I'm talking about, or your work, that's where you can see all these kind of themes that I'm talking about. I feel like you close a loop, you close a chapter, and that ceases to become an irritant or unsatisfactory. It ceases to be like the thing that I'm staring at all the time because I want to fix it, or I want it to be better, or I want it to be gone, or something like that. So you're closing a chapter here. The universe is saying to you, yeah, new love coming in. Some of you are going to close a very long marriage, okay? A long time relationship. It can also be friends, or it can also be family members. It doesn't have to be a spouse. But I do feel like that what this is saying to me is there could have been third parties all along the way. There is, the universe is saying, hey, let's clean this up. Let's go forward with something that you want to build on instead of you want to run away from. Okay. So that's what the universe is saying to you. How you got here. Yeah. Something is done. Ten of Swords. I feel like you might feel very betrayed in a certain part of your life. I'm just going to go with the relationship here because Ace of Cups is what the universe is saying. And the Ace of Wands is that Yang card. So it's about really taking some kind of action in relationship. And I just feel like some of you are just like out of gas. Okay. It's like, it's run its course. It's definitely run its course. The near future. Yeah. Three of Swords. Some of you feel really badly about this, about an ending, a long time ending. Recent past. Venus, that's the Empress, that's wife energy, that's life partner energy. Some of you are going to be done with a long-term marriage that is just, I feel like sometimes things just end isn't going to be good enough for you. I feel like you're going to have to take a deeper look at things. Why, but you're the Wheel of Fortune. So a new cycle is opening, and there could be plutonic explosions if you're resisting that. Okay, there could be, which is a Tower moment. There could be some kind of energetic expression of done, right? Because this is a done card. The opportunity is to close a cycle. And if you don't, there could be a feeling of being betrayed or something like that. So you're going to have to be mindful about that. Now, how other people are seeing you. Very intuitive. Okay. Very intuitive. Also somebody with secrets. The near future, what's right in front of you is the Seven of Wands. Charlie's here. Okay. What's in the immediate future for you is the Seven of Wands, which is like, I'm no longer going to allow other people to do certain things. I feel like you might have had, I mean, I'm just, sort of looking at this, looking back on your early love partner, someone from childhood, high school, college, something like that. I feel like you're really looking back on that with intense sort of wistfulness and melancholy. It's possible that you might have walked away from a true love and married someone else, and now you're walking away from the person you married. If this person was a high school or a college girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I feel like you're seeing that like life has gone by and you feel like you might have missed out on another person. So I just get the sense of like Seven of Wands is very much of you standing up for yourself and saying, you know what, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. All right. And hopes and fears, the Two of Pentacles, kind of getting stuck between two lives. No chance. Outcome is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is really looking to the future and saying, this is what I want to do. Not only that, but like using this Ace of Wands, using this magic wand to create the life that I want that might be a little bit new wave, might be a little bit, I don't know. And I feel like this, looking at the cards that are clarifying the Queen of Swords, right? The outcome is Queen of Swords, meaning clear sight, clear vision for the future. That seems like a divorce to me. So some of you are gonna really cut ties with a situation that became kind of a trap, or became very heavy, or became something that isn't working anymore. Page of Pentacles. Basically Capricorns are getting rid of the old rule book and deciding what the new rule book is going to look like, especially if it didn't work for you. Okay. If that rule book from the past really it's just worn itself out. It's worn out its welcome. And you could feel like betrayed a little bit by that. So the Ten of Swords, even if you've had like a 30-year marriage or a 25-year marriage or something like that, and you're like, yeah, but it was good for 5, C+ for the next 5, and nothing for the rest. Like if that's the situation, what's going to be happening in the early part of 2024 is really going to show that to you. Okay. Did this work for you, or did this not work for you, and give you some choices? Okay. It's going to give you some choices. So I'm going to continue on with this reading. I will go deeper into the astrology of 2024. I want to talk about Jupiter conjuncting Uranus. That's going to be an interesting thing. And, the biggest themes I see for 2024 for Capricorn is really a shaking of the ground that you're standing on, because 29 degrees, any planet at 29 degrees is going to highlight the shadow aspects of the sign it's in. And Capricorn's shadow is about power, domination, control. So if you feel like the last 15 years you've been out of control, which is kind of weird for Capricorn, but if you feel that, you could be like, no, I want to clamp down on things. Or the world is out of control. No, I want to control my life. I want to have more control over it. So I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to do something different with my life. And if you've really enjoyed the last 15 years, then what are you doing to build a path to the future? Because we are going, as Pluto moves into Aquarius, we are going to be talking about major advancements in tech and other things like that. This feels throwbacky to me, this Hermit and the Page of Wands. So, I feel like there are a fair amount of people who are going to reject the innovations that are going to be coming, and really wanting to seek out more traditional lives or more traditional work or something like that. it's really you know, kind of a big divide at that point if that happens. So if you're really interested in like going off the grid, or you know, not using technology, really rejecting that world, then there might be a different kind of life here that we're talking about. So link is below if you want to continue on. I'll pull cards for each month and we'll see what that will bring. Okay, link is below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.